Quit acting like that. Your ancestors are watching.
I need a sugar daddy to come pay my bills. Pay my bills. I need a sugar mama to come pay all of my bills. Get my credit right. Cause I'm broke now. Cause I'm broke now.
Somebody needs to hear this. The reason why you can't sleep, because it's somebody trying to plot up on you. Somebody trying to catch you while you're down. Trying to catch you slipping, baby. But check this out. You can't sleep and you just you up. Early, you still up. 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 1 o'clock. You up. Telling you, your ancestors are preparing you. You may be thirsty a lot, and you probably forgetting to eat, but you may be thirsty a lot. Your ancestors are preparing you. You up for a reason. You probably seeing shadow people. For some of you, this person is literally trying to astral project themselves into your room and in your dreams, watching you. You may feel like something is staring on you. You can feel like the intense, heavy fucking energy. Somebody is watching you. They're trying to catch you sleeping in your dreams. They're trying to catch you while you sleep. So protect yourselves. Y'all ancestors to guard y'all. Whatever you do for your protection, do that. Okay, you'll notice when you send that shit right back. Start returning negative energy. Start sending that shit back. Start calling your power back. And you're gonna notice who doing it. Alright? They're gonna tell them themselves. You're gonna see it. you're gonna start to see. So while you up right now, just, read or something. Do something productive. Okay, while you up. Because when you finally get your sleep, they gonna get fucked up.
So as of late, I've been compelled to go to slave plantations, go out there with my sage and just spend some time with the ancestors, just pay some homage to the ancestors and some of the things that they've been through, and also learn some more history. This is Red Cliff Slave Plantation in Beach Island, South Carolina. Now, we're here today to talk about this particular motherfucker right here. This is James Henry Hammond. He was the actual person that ran the slave plantation, that owned the slave plantations. At one time, he had over 300 slaves in his possession, and it's a crazy stories behind this man, and it's actually sick, some of the things that he did. And he actually kept well put together diary of some of the accounts of what he did during these times, so it gives you a close-up view of some of the things that actually happened to the ancestors and some of the sick people that was in power. He was actually a governor of South Carolina. He was a United States senator, and when you hear about what he actually did in that book there, which is Sacred Diaries of him, you'll understand why it doesn't make any sense that he even had any type of power. So just to kind of break that down real quick, what he did is James Henry Hammond was a pedophile who kept detailed and shameless accounts of the assaults in his diary. He molested all 4 of his nieces, the daughters of his sister-in-law, and Wade Hampton II, which is a man. He had homosexual secrets as well. He also raped at least one of his slaves, Sally, by whom may have been his actual daughter. So you can look into more on this crazy story of Secret and Sacred, the diaries of James Henry Hammond, a southern slaveholder. I went out there, put my energy out there, saged the area, but these stories are crazy, and we should tell the truth and let it be.
Why is it that melanated, black, Afro people are the only ones who diss their own ancestors?
The ancestors do not exist. Those are demons that you speak to. Those are spirits.
Anybody that's dead, you are worshiping a demonic spirit.
We appreciate what our people's did for us, but we don't worship the dead.
I feel it's important that everybody has the opportunity to speak how they feel, so no bash or hate to anybody who I just previously showed. TikTok is videos for educational purposes, entertainment, all that. They have really done a number on us. So, to say that the ancestors don't exist, and anything on the other side that you have a connection to is demonic, I guess it was wrong for us to win the Haitian Revolution for us using these demonic powers. Now, y'all know what the Day of the Dead is for Mexican people. They celebrate it by cooking food for their ancestors. Anybody who passed on, hold pictures up, light candles, and have a day to actually appreciate them. Their connection to their ancestors is good enough being a movie. Offering food.
Look how big she's getting.
Even Asians, they have a strong connection and foundation with their ancestors. They put the pictures up, the candle, they're offering food. They get a movie too that shows the worship of their ancestors. My point is, even in the media, in our households, we demonize everything that our ancestors did. And when they did make a movie about Afro people, they demonized voodoo. Why is it that when we connect to our ancestors, it's demonized, but any other being, it gets put out into the mainstream media that it's okay? I have to cut this short, so y'all see that warning right there? I can't really say everything that I want to say. So if you want the full video, go to my YouTube, because I post all of my content first there before I post it on TikTok.
So I need to give you a little history on the archetype of the mammy. So this picture above is a picture of an African woman who was enslaved, most likely in the United States, who was a nanny, wet nurse meaning that she breastfed the master's children. She took care of them in every way that a mother would, and that was the label mammy. And these mammies were so oppressed. They lived in the household with the master's family. They were often raped. They were beaten. They definitely had various levels of involvement with the family, but they lived with the family. They understood the family's ways. They understood and was able to see behind the scenes of these slave master families. So part 3.
And then I found me a lover who could play the bass. He's kinda quiet, but his body aches. Spent the days dreaming and the nights awake.
I'll let you guys in on a little secret. Sometimes I wish I were white. The extra privilege sounds fun, but it's mostly because I would love to get my money's worth out of 23andMe. White people do 23andMe and it comes back with a fucking Ken Burns documentary. In the year 1652, your maternal ancestors, court jesters, fled the hullabaloo of royal life to settle anew in Killarney, Ireland. It's beautiful. It's a tearjerker. It tells a story. You can picture yourself as part of history. Now, when I give these bitches my legit DNA, they come back to me with, ha, babe, you're 100% broadly South Asian. What the fuck is that?
The number one thing I want y'all to understand about black people and resistance is that black people wanted all the smoke, and when they got it, they knew how to handle the smoke. See, movies and cartoons and this satire has kind of warped our imagery of how black people interacted with the Klan. You know, when you go in the museums, they always got the black people crying and hollering and praying to Jesus, and somebody singing, "Oh Lord, help me." I want y'all to understand that black people were actively fighting back. And another component of that resistance is the proactiveness of the resistance. They weren't just being reactive in their fight to end oppression. They were taking the fight to them folks' doorstep. Ancestors definitely had an on-site mentality. Now, here's the thing. When you see the images and in the movies, the Klan meeting at nighttime in the woods, they give you this idea that they were doing it because they wanted to. It's because those black people knew exactly what you had done to their people, and they just wasn't taking it laying down. They would roll up on your meeting. And let's not even get into how the natives would roll up on y'all all the time. When we talk about the demise of the Klan, and we don't talk about how black people helped dismantle the Klan through a non-violent means, we're not being honest. Y'all hit that follow button.
When you accidentally set your phone down on your altar.
What is this? Yeah, that was really a mistake. So I'll just take that back. No, I like it. Yeah, but, you don't even know what to do with that, so it's mine.
Okay, so this is part 3, the story of how I was very nearly abducted last year. Really, it's a story of how my ancestors and hypervigilance kind of saved my life. Last November, it's Sunday night, and I'm coming home from a friend's Christmas party late at night. It's been raining, and I'm just trying to get home. I make the turn onto the road that my house is located on, maybe like 5 or 6 miles down the road, and a car turns behind me with really, really bright lights on. And immediately, I was like sketched out, looking in the rearview mirror like, what's going on? Really, for the simple fact that I kind of always think somebody's following me, but also because I live in Raleigh, North Carolina, the city that always sleeps. People are usually not out at midnight on a work day. So paranoia be damned, I say, what's the harm in testing this theory? Best case scenario, I just end up taking a longer route home. Worst case scenario, I find out somebody's following me home. It was the worst case scenario. So I'm driving down the street, and I'm like, you know what? Make this hard left right quick.